Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today we are going over 10 food items that I always keep on hand. I'm excited to share these items with you and why I always keep them on hand and maybe why you should too. What is up, you guys? It is Karli here and you are officially cooking with Karli. And like I said, today we are going over 10 food items that I always keep on hand, like I always have these stocked in my house. These are on my weekly grocery orders. I always have them. And let's preface this too with this does not count like eggs, milk, cheese, bread, like those staples. Obviously, I always have like produce, things like that. These are beyond that. These are things that we eat all the time, and especially lately, I would say we weren't always like this, but in like the past 2 months, I would say these are ones that I always keep on hand. So let's go through them. So first, Dot's pretzels. If you have not tried Dot's pretzels, you need to try Dot's pretzels. They are so good. They are a little bit spicy. There's garlic, onion on there, and they pair so well with like sharp white cheddar cheese and like lunch meat. Maybe I know this because that is a snack that we eat all the time. These pretzels with cheese and some type of protein in there too. If you don't have access to these, I actually have a copycat recipe on my site that you should definitely try. They're really, really good. They're like addicting. Like I said, garlicky, oniony, flavored pretzel with like a peppery, spicy kick. That's the only way I can describe them, but they're delicious. We go through like a bag a week. My little girls love them. The next thing I always have on hand is some like fresh garden salsa just from my local grocery store. I have been on a kick lately of a cheese quesadilla with fresh salsa on top and sour cream. The combination is out of this world. Seriously, it's so good and like semi-ish healthy. And I actually have gestational diabetes right now, and this is one of the things that I can eat and I'm okay. It doesn't affect my sugars a ton. So I always have the salsa on hand. And before, when I could eat like regular things like chips, we would do nachos with this fresh salsa all the time too. And it's, again, so great. We are definitely salsa fans over here. The next item I have here are these chocolate chips. I can't even pronounce the name of the chocolate chips, and obviously we use them because they're already opened and I need to get more. But I always have these chocolate chips on hand. They're my absolute favorite. In fact, we made some chocolate chip cookies this last Sunday, and we had a taste test with all the chocolate chip varieties that I have in my pantry, which I should be embarrassed, but I'm not. I have a lot of brands and different varieties of chocolate chips, and these won by a landslide. Everybody said that these were the best chocolate chips, and they're giant. There's nothing better than a giant chocolate chip inside of like a warm, soft, chewy, gooey vanilla flavored cookie. Can you tell that I'm missing my sweets and my cookies right now? I am, but these are my favorite chocolate chips. If you see these in the store, grab yourself a bag. You're not going to be disappointed. Next up is Buttermilk. This is one that I haven't always kept on hand. This is a more recent, like the last 2-ish months that I always keep on hand because I developed a really good buttermilk pancake recipe. It's from scratch. Your like pancake batter is from scratch. It uses buttermilk and they're so good. We've kind of made a tradition on Sunday mornings. We always, get up, do church, and then we make ourselves buttermilk pancakes with some eggs and some bacon, hash browns, like the whole 9 yards every Sunday. And hopefully it's something like that my kids remember. I'm crossing my fingers that is like a good memory that they have. But the buttermilk, we always keep this on hand for the pancake recipe, which will be hitting my site soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And we also make bubble syrup, or some people call it buttermilk syrup, to put on our pancakes, which I have also not been eating. I can't wait until this little lady makes her appearance so that I can start eating those things again, right? Next up is dry pasta. We have a lot of linguine on hand, but we also have like ziti and penne and macaroni and things like that. We always keep pasta on hand because that's one of the kids' favorite things is pasta. And I love pasta too, and I actually do okay with pasta right now. I can have a little bit of it. We always keep this linguine on hand though because of my Instant Pot Alfredo recipe. That is always a hit with my kids, and it is done in 20 minutes, so that means I can start dinner at 4:40 and we can still be sitting down to eat at 5 o'clock. So this is always in my pantry, and I always have, the minced garlic, Parmesan cheese in my pantry, and either heavy cream or evaporated milk. I've got a recipe for both, using both of those for the Alfredo, but that's something that's quick. We do it probably at least once every other week, just as a quick dinner. Next up are these tortillas. If you have never purchased these Tortilla Land tortillas, they're like uncooked tortillas, and you cook them on your stovetop before you eat them. Obviously you cook them because they're uncooked. They're so good. Quesadillas in these tortillas are so much better than quesadillas in any other tortilla. You'll feel like you're at a Mexican restaurant with fresh tortillas anytime you eat a taco, a burrito, a breakfast burrito, a quesadilla, or anything else you can make with a tortilla. My little girl seriously eats a quesadilla with these every day for lunch. She calls them tortilla and cheese, and they are so, so good. This is one that I literally always have in the fridge. Always. That's not an exaggeration. The next one is cream cheese. And I always keep cream cheese on hand because I actually really like to eat it on toast. Is that weird? I don't know. But a lot of my recipes call for cream cheese. We really like creamy salsa chicken, and we really like the French dip sliders. And I've been known to just make a cheese ball because they're dang good. And so cream cheese is something that we eat a lot of because it's just so dang yummy. Next up is this grated Parmesan cheese. I feel like this grated Parmesan cheese gets a lot of bad rap, but I'm here to tell you that making Sizzler cheese bread with this powdered, grated Parmesan cheese is out of this world. And it is so fast. It is so easy. It's literally just like butter and the Parmesan cheese smeared on some bread and then fried. I've got a recipe for it. I can include that link for you in the description below, but so good, so fast. My kids love it. It's a great carby side dish for any meal, really. We eat it a lot with the Alfredo I was talking about earlier, or just as a snack. Sometimes my kids will get home from school, they need a little after school snack. Cheese bread for the win. And next up are these frozen hash browns. I know. Stay with me here, So the frozen hash browns, we have been really into these egg scramble bowl things lately, and these frozen hash browns save the day because making hash browns or frying up potatoes that you peel and cut and dice into cubes, whatever, it takes a long time, 20 minutes, right, to fry them. Those fry up so much faster. So what we do is I put a little butter in a pan, fry those up until they're nice and golden brown, and then I add some bacon bits, the real ones, bacon bits in there, get those all fried up and nice, and then I push it all over to the side. I'm hungry, can you tell? And then I'll crack, you know, like 3 or 4 eggs in there, scramble up the eggs until they're like almost done. And then I mix in all those hash browns and the bacon. Dan likes sausage. I'm not a big sausage fan, so I usually like separate it to add in the sausage. You're getting lots of details here. And then once the egg is all cooked through, shredded cheese on top. It is so good. And then going back to this fresh salsa, add the fresh salsa to it. Oh, it's like perfect breakfast. We actually eat it for dinner a lot too. And it's filling. I don't know, I would call it healthy, but that's one of our very favorite things to do. Actually, let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to do a video teaching you how to do this, because it's not actually a recipe on my site. It's just something that I throw together all the time, and I've never measured it, but we could do it if you want me to. So let me know in the comments below. And while you are commenting, why don't you subscribe to my channel and like the video too? That'd be awesome. And lastly, I just brought out the pistachios, but really this represents pistachios, almonds, and cashews. I always have those 3 nuts on hand. I don't know if you've noticed this little thing back here, but those bowls are always full of nuts. And it usually sits right here, and I always keep them full because my kids actually really enjoy them, and it's a super easy snack for them to just, you know, come up to the bar stool, climb up, and they can get themselves a snack really easily. And I don't know, I think nuts are a pretty healthy snack, a good thing for them to snack on if they're needing just a little something to munch on. So I always keep those on hand. I get this big bag just from Sam's Club. That's usually where I get all of the nuts because they're in bulk and a lot better price than other places. I hope you enjoyed this video today. Let me know in the comments below what your foods are that you always keep on hand. I'd love to hear from you, and we will see you again next week for another new video.